Previously on T-Man 978.
Supposed to be my Transformer week. I was supposed to do a whole big post, but I only filmed 2 videos so far, and now I'm filming this as my 3rd video. So don't you worry, I'm gonna have more Transformer stuff on the way. Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm gonna be taking a look at Transformers Legacy United Doom and Destruction Collection. This set involves the Wrecker, Malus Minotaurus, Chop Chop, and Barrage. I'm also going to throw in Buzzworthy Bumblebee 4-pack Transformers Legacy Ransack from the Creatures Collide 4-pack. And here's the artwork for, or the box for that. Basically, as part of the 40th anniversary, we're getting 2 more Deluxe Insecticons from the original second wave of, or second year of Transformers. Ransack is one of the Deluxe Insecticons as well. I never reviewed him, so here's my chance. Now this box art, while it looks good, it is kind of basic. It honestly looks like the CAD models just posed, and the only thing upgraded or enhanced are the hands. I'm pretty sure that's not really true, but they're all in poses that the toys can actually do. Like, he has no knees bent and whatnot. It's like somebody actually posed the toys and drew them. I don't know what's going on with this storyline. I'm sorry about that. There are no bios written on the box or anything to help me out there. So, yeah. Only thing I will point out is Malleus Minotaurus is a repaint of a previous Battle Master, but this time it's a Wrecker taking the form of their actual hammer. And we have this new logo right here. I don't know what's up with that. Is that the Insecticon logo? Is that something to do with this? These like space pirates or something like that? Probably. You tell me in the comments. Thank you. You know so much. I have a lot going on in this video, so don't expect to see the transformations. I'm going to say that up front. These transformations are easy as crap. If you can't figure it out or follow the instructions in the actual book or the actual packaging, I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. But I do have transformations for the guys. These are all remolded and repainted from, if you want to see that. But basically, this right here, the Doom and Destruction 3-pack right there, this retailed on Amazon at least for $54.99. So that's basically the price of 2 Deluxe last figures and $1 off the Battle Master right here. And with that $1 off, you also get an extra effects piece that didn't come with the original. This is for, I guess, when you're swinging the hammer, and this is for when it actually impacts the ground or another character. This guy right here, Barrage, he is pretty much, I'll bring out their counterparts. This would be Bombshell, but instead of the Bombshell transformation, they completely replaced this piece. That's not on Bombshell, and his body is actually reversed. This would be Bombshell's chest right there, but they reversed that and they gave him a new head. So what that does give him is inward butterfly joints. So he has more articulation now than Bombshell. I guess Bombshell had reversed butterfly joints, but what he has extra is these 2 pieces right here, which are insect legs. This one with the waffling on this side and the peg right here goes on the back of the arm and can sit out like that. Right there. And that completes his look. It also comes with the guns that Bombshell came with, which are also optional insect legs. I'll put them on He transforms different than Bombshell slightly. So I'll show these off as the optional legs, and it still comes with the cerebral shell gun, or the thing that looks like the cerebral shell gun. Chop Shop. Chop Shop actually was recreated during Combiner Wars. I believe that was Combiner Wars. He was a Legends class figure that became a weapon. Wait, was he his own release? Around 2014, he was released in Transformers Generations as a pack-in with Legend Scale Megatron, and then he was released in Combiner Wars as a repaint of Shrapnel, Legends class. But anyway, he comes with these pieces right here, which are his bug legs. And you see this with the peg at the top. That goes on this side. And this one with the peg right there. Let me see if it says L or R anywhere. Yeah, that says L. It says L right there. So this is his left arm, just in case you forget. But he is pretty identical to Shrapnel, just different colors. And I'm gonna let you know, this has like a lot of paint. Like this forearm is completely orange, but they painted it brown and they put that red deco right there. There's a lot of like the white paint right there. His head appears to be fully painted. If nothing else, the orange is definitely paint. His shoulders are painted. They have paint on the back of the legs and some paint on the feet. And I can't really tell if they painted behind there again like they did the last time. This guy has a lot of paint as well. Like the shins are fully painted. All that white right there. They have that weird logo right here. This definitely has some paint behind that, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it's this light plastic right here behind that. And his head, his face is fully painted. The green part in the back appears to just be plastic. But he comes with the two guns that Shrapnel came with, which double as legs, insect legs. And this gun, which is definitely fully painted, because this is orange plastic as well. They didn't paint the tip for blast effects and that for the porting capabilities and that. But I like that they gave it extra effort. This guy, who was part of the other set, is pretty much kickback, except they gave him a different head. The crotch and hips are painted in the front. They didn't paint the butt right there, but that's almost like the full emphasize right here in his shins. And the eyes on the bug, that area right there, it doesn't have as much paint as these other guys. They did fully paint these extra added weapons that can be like wings for him, or you can combine it and make it into a sword, or it could be his abdomen or thorax. I think it's thorax. But he has this gun that Kickback came with that looks sort of like a Tommy gun with a drum on it and everything. And they actually threw in with this set, the insects in that set had actual optional heads. So if you want to, you can give him the Kickback head, which is cool. That we never get exchangeable heads with Transformers, so that was definitely a first. And right here we have Malleus, and I'm gonna have to keep looking at the box. No, it's Malus Minotaurus. He becomes this wrecker hammer, which is cool. You can put blast effects right there to make it look like it's shooting off, or we can cover it with the ones he came with. So you can see what that looks like firsthand. this has been going on easy the whole time until now. But anyway, when you're swinging at somebody, it would look like this. And when it impacts, it would look like this. I wish that it had a peg on this side so I could reverse it and have it shooting like this. But honestly, even this looks cool. Like energy is coming out of both sides. Now, this thing is kind of lopsided. It's been like that since I opened it. And I do not know how to fix this. This thing has popped off inadvertently so many times. And I can't even tell you what's making it lean like that. But it is leaning like that and it is frustrating. This peg does come off. So you could pretend it's something else if you wanted to. Even though there is no real peg on point or clip on point, you have to put it onto something else that already has like a 5mm system. So maybe this could be an extra added gun or whatever. Since Malus Minotaurus is mentioned specifically as being a wrecker, I wanted to show him with a wrecker. Here is my Transformer Siege Springer right there. So he can be wielded and held like a hammer. If you had somebody that had a better range as far as putting their arms in front of their body, you probably could get it dual wielded, but you can't with this dude. But to get him out of the way, this one does have an easy transformation, so I will show this. You can separate that from there, pull this down, rotate the hips forward, flip this around, and boom. Now he is like a bull type robot with a long tail, unless you wanted to take the tail off. The face looks like that. You can't really lift the head up more than this. It can look down. It can rotate side to side like that. The arms are on a ball joint, so anything a ball joint can do as far as spinning around. Same with the legs. There you go. If you wanted to put some blast effects in his feet so it can look like he's flying, you got that going on. They did give him like hands that look like they can grip something. Maybe he can grip this, and I have not tried that like ever. There he is. I don't think I've ever tried that. He can wield this. Now, besides being able to port it in his foot so he can shoot out of his feet, that's it for him. He is this tall next to them. But I'm calling him a battle master because that was the old designation for this type of figure back then. But you can call him a minicon, a micromaster, whatever you want. All right, now we're going to focus on Barrage. I was going to harp on something at the beginning of this video, but I'm going to save it at the end. I hope I remember. But I don't think I showed Barrage's face up close. Here that is. It makes me think about GoBots because it's like he has zero facial detail. Like nothing that separates the mask. Like normally you have something separating the mouth. It just looks like a big overall helmet with eyes. And here is his suggested gun configuration. He doesn't have many ports all over his body, just the ones on the back of his arms and right here. And they don't really stick right here too well. And where else are you going to put these arms? I don't think, it's up to you, but the arms aren't really meant to come off. They're supposed to just be there because that's their whole look. But him, his head articulation, limited. You can look that far, that far. You can't rotate all the way around 360 because this doesn't move out of the way. And his head is literally just on a swivel. It's no ball joint. You get the butterfly in, swivel right there. The arms can go out to the side. If you want to pull this forward, it can go up even more. But that does lock in place. You get the bicep swivel. The elbow bends slightly more than 90 degrees. and you don't get any wrist articulation besides the transformation. And unfortunately, this does not lock into place right there, and you are left with this hollowness. You do have a waist swivel that is incredibly tight on this figure. This knee joint bends 90 degrees slightly, maybe more than 90, and the foot can ankle pivot that much. Now, I like his deco and whatnot, so that's good, but with this added butterfly joint, that's nice. I wish he was able to look up, and I wish he had wrist articulation, to be honest, and the ability to rock the foot forward and back. Sometimes when I'm trying to get into cool poses, I'm limited by the fact that he can't really look up, and you can't rock the foot a certain way, but you can get him into a decent pose, so I do like that. All the joints and stuff are tight. The only thing loose on him, and this is mostly for the insect mode, but this whole situation right here is not as tight as I would like it to be. It's all clip-on, no pins. The rest of the stuff is mostly pins, so they work well. And this door, it stays shut, but if depending on how you grab it, you can open it up very easily. But I do like his aesthetics. I like the old school paint down here. That makes it really feel retro. I like the paint right there. All of that goes far enough beyond to make this feel like an original G1 style toy, just with more articulation. And to let you see his direct counterpart, which is Bombshell. You know what? I'm going to mention this now instead of the end of the video. Like, they did a lot to differentiate this guy. He has like extra added parts. The front is now the back. I mean, just looking at it, nostalgia wise, I honestly like the way these guys look more than the other Insecticons because they're bright and vibrant. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. As cool as it is to get these characters that never get re-released, it would have been nice to get all new molds, because the original Deluxe Insecticons had nothing to do with the basic Insecticons. They were completely different molds. So to get them, but get them again, being remold retools, is kind of boring, especially given the fact that Bombshell and Shrapnel here are already partial retools of each other. Like, they are the same robot from the waist down, and they share the biceps and forearms. So that was already in itself boring. So now we get these new guys, and they're using the same bodies. I would have very much liked them to have their own body. And let's get to Chop Chop. Chop Chop with the new pincers right there, the new head, the deco, and these little attachments for the bug arms. It gives him more of the look he was supposed to have. So I do like that. It makes me feel nostalgic for those figures that I never ever owned. Basically, not being a rich kid, I had to live off of looking at the catalog and seeing what these guys look like in the catalog. And I should be showing some of that footage right here from a video that I put up years ago. As you can see by looking at that catalog, there is a fourth Deluxe Insecticon named Venom. Lord knows when they're going to release him. And is he going to be in deluxe scale? And will he be another retool? It would not shock me if he's just kicked back. Oh boy, I hope he's a new figure. He should be a new figure, hopefully. But we see all the similarities. This doesn't transform any type of reverse way. It just has different pieces. But here he is with his gun. Right there. You have these optional guns. You can take this piece right here and you can attach this on the bottom. Take this one, attach it in the back, put it in this hand, and then put this hand on that handle. And now he has a elongated blaster right here that is, I would assume, more powerful than his regular blasters. But just like Barrage, his joints are tighter. He has more, he pretty much has the same articulation in the legs, especially because they have the same thing from the waist down. But the arms don't have the butterfly joint anymore. Or, so you can do this. If we move this to the side, it can rotate all the way. Bicep swivel. Elbows bend more than 90 degrees, and same thing with the hand. The head is not on a ball joint like the kickback body, so it just swivels. So there's that. I do like the effort they put into putting the extra bug arms, but it is overall, it looks a lot like shrapnel. Especially if you've been messing with shrapnel for the past couple years. Unlike the previous guys though, the head is on a ball joint that pegs into the body, so it does have wiggle right there. Can't really look up and down that much, but it is what it is. And in his case, you can pull that head off, plug this one in, which I don't think I have ever done. And now he is 100% a clone of Kickback. So you can pretend that he's one of the many Insecticon clones. But I think this is dark transparent plastic, unlike this clear yellow or translucent yellow. And I believe it's painted silver behind that. This looks like it may be painted silver as well, but you can barely pick it up. So there's that. Here is the back of these guys. This guy has more paint than I remember, but maybe not more than this, because it has two different colors right there, whereas this has the one color. This whole crotch is painted, whereas none of that's painted. But he has paint detail up in there. So, yeah. And let's pop this head off. Was gonna say where it does have significantly more paint is this, because that's all fully painted yellow. In fact, one piece is more, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it off. This piece is more glossier than that one. This actually has paint on it as well, because this appears to be translucent, just clear, but they sprayed purple on top of it. And they also painted his gun two different colors, whereas this gun isn't painted at all, to be honest with you. But to remind you of the articulation on this guy, I showed the head. The shoulders can go out, they can rotate. These stay in place, thank goodness. Normally back in the day, you would have something where the wing would flip around with it. You get a bicep swivel. There's a joint right here because of the transformation, but even without that, he still has, is this double jointed? No, that's a single joint, but it bends up almost 90 degrees. In fact, let me get this gun out the hand. It does pretty much bend up 90 degrees. The only thing I don't like about his arms is this doesn't like lock into place. It seems to lock into place better than kickback though. Swivel right there, go out to the side, kick back, kick forward, swivel right here. Did I say kick out to the side? The knee bends 90 degrees and the ankle tilts all the way in. And this foot does go up because of the transformation. But all of them are just mostly basic transformation wise. So you have to be creative with your poses. One thing about this stupid thing right here, I usually use that as a vertical hinge for the wrist. So he can point his sword that direction. All these guys are roughly the same height. And here's how tall they are next to you. A Voyager class and a smaller Deluxe. Alright, Insecticon mode. I'm gonna go with Chop Shop. Insecticon mode, they're basically just blocks that vaguely resemble mech insects. Now, I remember this guy or this mold for Shrapnel not looking so much like just a robot laying down, but I could be wrong. I haven't looked at images, but the arms do not go into the body in any type of way. But here's a close-up on this. You still have his head showing. I think I don't think you can rotate the head all the way around. Let me test that theory out. You can. I don't know if you are supposed to, but it doesn't really change much. But basically, like I mentioned, it looks like a robotic bug thing. Now, these guns right here, they don't suggest that you put them here, but to differentiate him more from Shrapnel, I put them there. I have the gun on the top. You can remove that, of course. And if you don't want these guns here, we can have this there. But now it's almost like it has 8 legs instead of 6. So, yeah, this isn't staying. But, yeah, that's what that looks like. Only articulation has this. And if you want to wiggle that, or if you do decide to go with these guns as the front legs, you can wiggle them out. But that's about that. Ransack. Ransack looks like this with the blade thorax back there. This has that ability. This leg goes forward. And that does this. This can kick up, kick out to the side. All the same robot mode stuff, except you have this new toe back here and this new leg. The head is covered by that panel right there, just like kickback. You can move these antennae around. You do have another optional head that would make him look more like that. Do I actually have to do it? Here it is. That one guy who wanted to see this. That's what that looks like. I have a review on the separate regular Insecticons. I have a review for all of them individually. But you can have the gun stored up under here. If you don't want this there, come out of here. It's just pegged. Good night. If you don't want that there, because the original toy didn't have that, this is what it looks like. And taking the heads off and whatnot, or popping this head off, is difficult. That's why I don't want to do it. I keep having to pause. I'm not pausing right now. I'm just going to keep rambling in the background while I take that out and put this one in there. So that, yay. Here we go. That's what this looks like with that head and no thorax, or whatever that part of the bug is called. You got the golden wings. So yeah, there's that. And here is Barrage. He has these legs right here that can snap up It's sort of like you have a secondary leg here, and these can rotate up and down like that. So we can get that going. Now this one kind of sucks. Like I said, this piece right here is the weak link. It doesn't really like click into place. It doesn't plug onto that. This doesn't get out the way. So yeah, you have the little robotic red eyes, which is cool. But yeah, they have that symbol there. Where's their symbol? That symbol there. And we got the gun up here if you want. That's what it looks like at the bottom. Now, just in case, because if somebody doesn't feel like actually going to my other videos or reading the instructions, the arms are supposed to plug in like right here. They only loosely plug in. They come out easily. This is what that looks like on the underneath. But like I said, options, this can come out. Now on shrapnel, on bombshell, the guns go on the bottom because the arms can rotate that way. I guess technically you can rotate it the way I have these rotated. Technically. But let's take the guns off right here and put them back here. And now he has little gun legs back there instead of actual insect looking legs. And like I was saying, I have it like pegged that way. You can rotate it this way still. Yeah. We can rotate it and have the legs like that if you want. But I don't want to do that. To be a little bit different, I'll put the guns back that way. But yeah, do whatever you like. But these look super nostalgic. Mostly these two right here. Chop Shop having that color scheme right there. And Barrage looking like this. Now, Ransack is kind of dramatically different. I guess you need this right here. So they didn't really do this for Kickback so much. They did it for Ransack because Ransack definitely had a thorax. So for him to have this look right here, you definitely need that. But they're all cool. I hope they make Venom. I wonder will they have to call it Insecticon Venom. But here is a small deluxe car right there. And do I have anything else laying around? Here's a Voyager class Starscream. So they're not that far off in size, to be honest, because these things are just big blocks. But as you can see, they are super close to an Autobot car size. The regular size deluxe cars aren't that much big. They're pretty much the same size. They just don't have legs. They have wheels. But this is a cool set. As far as what deluxe class retail, getting this little guy with it so you can use it for your wreckers. You can have a little hammer for your wreckers. It's cool. I wish he had more articulation. He does not, which is unfortunate. My copy is kind of lopsided. Every time I transform the thing back, it might seem normal for a second, but then it gets lopsided. I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's cool that they added little extra accessories to go along with the the accessories that their predecessors came with. That's cool, but yeah. But I don't know. You gotta like these characters or want these Insecticons really to make me say that it's worth it. Because the originals were, they are what they are. The Insecticons aren't all that exciting. You just need to like the Insecticons to want this, to be honest. But they aren't horrible figures. They added a bunch of paint. Like I said, they added the accessories, and the joints are mostly tight, except this thing right here on this one robot. But anywho, thank you for watching this confusion. I have a feeling it's going to be stressful editing all this. Until next time, T-Man 978 out of here.
Figure action. That one's me. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should.